Alright, this is the seat back to Mike's seat for his diesel GMC, and it's a little different, but basically it's going to be the same procedure. This back is a lot lighter, and I wouldn't say flimsier, but you know, because it's well made, but like the springs are definitely lighter, and the whole thing is actually, if you look at it here, I'll lift one end up. I don't know if you can see it, but it can twist and rack and everything, because it's not made out of the heavy stuff like the seat was. You know, it's just the back, you know, just to rest your back against. But like I said, we're going to do the same thing. Mike, see, I can maneuver this with one hand. I can't do that with the other part of the seat. But Mike welded on some metal pieces here. I think 3/16 rod, so I can have something to hog ring the seat to. And he even tried to stiffen this thing up a little bit with a brace across it, you know, to keep it from racking. And like you said, I can't back far enough so you could get the full effect of this. But you know, this thing is pretty wonky. But that's what we got. That's what we're working with. So like I say, it's going to be pretty much excuse me. It's going to be pretty much the same as what we did with the bottom of the seat. So if you don't want to watch this, fine. But if you do, we'll do our best to entertain you. All right. All right. Go start by put the burlap on here. I'm going to double it up like I did on the seat. Not that you need to, but you know, I got the burlap and make it a little stiffer. All right. Start hot ringing it over here in the corner. I don't know if I'm going to get in your way. I might get in your way here, but it is what it is. Just going to stretch it across here. I'll bring that in place. Alright. I'm going to go around and set this in place, and we'll take it outside, spray it with some glue, and then flip over this other side here. Alright, we'll see when we go out there. Alright, I brought it out here because you know, this stuff smells pretty bad, and when the old lady's doing laundry and stuff, it sucked in like she's doing a dryer and stuff. It gets sucked in and it gets a smell all over the clothes. So. You probably can't see it on the camera, but this is spraying out glue in like a spider web configuration. Hang this up out of your way. It's tacking up fast because it's so hot out here. Doesn't matter if you get wrinkles in here. This is just to protect the foam from the springs. I'm going to turn this around. Alright, like I said, you really don't need 2 layers of this. But it's for our buddy Mike, so we got the material. Okay, I'm going to go in and finish hog ringing this in place here, and we'll be good to go. Alright, see you back inside. Alright, yeah, we glued the foam to that burlap, and what I did is I added a 5-inch strip of vinyl here, so when I wrap it under I can actually hog ring it. You know, a lot of people just wrap the foam around and hog ring it, but I've seen so many times where the hog rings just can't hold the foam. You know, it rips out of the foam, and then you can actually see that on like the front skirt or the back skirt. You know, when it cuts loose. So I'll turn this over and we'll hog ring this into place. This piece of foam. It's also glued. I glued the foam to so nothing's moving. You know, I glued it to the burlap. Alright, let's turn this over and start hog rigging this in place. Alright, I'm going to try and keep the same tension all the way around so it's a nice smooth edge here. So, I can get my hand here so I can pull it. Missed that one. Try, it might be easier with this other pair of angle. Yeah, there we go. Right tool for the job, that's all you need. You see, it's going to be tough. Alright, I'm going to go around and put all them hog rings in, then we'll turn these back on. Alright, yeah, we got the foam all hog ringed on here and a nice round edge that we're looking for. So, here we go. We don't have that many hog rings on here, just enough to hold it in place. Because, like I say, the foam is glued on there. We just want this this foam so it don't pop up on us after the material's on there. Alright, I guess our next step is gonna make a pattern for this thing. The top and all the sides and the 2 front and back skirts. Alright, we're going to call it a day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright. Alright, I'm going to tape this up and make some patterns now. Doesn't stick to the foam very well, that's why I have to put 2 layers right here. I'm going to go around and going to put 3 layers of tape on this, and that'll give us our pattern. Alright. Alright. Yeah, this is the first. Whoa, you almost fell over my chair. Alright, this is the first layer, and we gotta make sure we're not pulling on this, you know, we're just laying it on there. You know, because you don't want to. This is very, very flexible, so you don't want to stretch it any. Just want to let it hang. Alright, let me finish that. Looks like it's a lot of work, but it goes fast. Alright, got that all taped up, 3 layers, and came out good. We're happy with that. So we're going to go in there and have some lunch, and then we'll come out and we'll lay it out. Alright, see you when we come back. Alright, we're back from lunch, so let's first we gotta find the center of this thing. I got a line mark here, so I can take a measurement. Just take a square, put it up against there. Come down here, get the mark. Go around here, it should be. Whoa, I got you. I got you. Calculator. Get a round pencil. You know you shouldn't use round pencils on flat surfaces. Now I'm going to take a measurement from that end and make sure everything is right. Alright, got this all laid out with our reference marks, our seams, and which panels are which. So, alright, let's cut this thing off. Alright, got all pieces cut and laid out here. This is the back of the seat, and these are the 2 sides. And then we got the front and back skirts here. So these are all ready to go. This one here we got to put some 1/2 inch of scrim foam on the back, some sew foam, so we can make our pleats. So that's what we're going to do next. We'll go out in the garage and glue some foam on there. Alright. Alright, we're going to glue the pattern here down to this scrim foam or sew foam they call it. It's all foam, but then on the back it has, you probably can't see on the camera, but this back has cloth sewn to it. And when you sew this to it and you put the pleats in, that gives your thread something so it don't rip through the foam. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use the cheapest general purpose spray adhesive we can find here. It's 3M, so it's decent, but you know, it only holds it in place till you sew the pleats in. And then even before you sew the pleats, you sew around the edge, and that holds everything in place. So like I say, you don't even need much of this, just enough to hold it in place. Okay, that's all you need. We'll do the other half, and then we'll go back inside and do some sewing. Alright, I got the pleats sewn in the other piece here. Matter of fact, there it is here. Oh, let me turn these around so I can see you. Oh, there you go. That's a little better. Alright, yeah. I got the pleats sewn in this. Don't look like I have very good light here, but I got this big light here. And that's right above the machine, that's all I need. But anyway, I got all these pleats done, and this back piece is done. But I didn't show that to you guys because I only got a little 20-inch by 24-inch piece of counter here. You know, I'm not like a real upholsterer. You know, a real upholsterer has a 10-foot table, 10 by 12 table, and he can lay stuff out. And when I'm doing something as big as that, it's 5 foot by 2 foot. And when I'm doing something as big as that, you know, I gotta have it folded over and held up like this, and you really couldn't see anything anyway. So we'll sew this skirt here, and you'll pretty much get the idea. And a lot of people ask what kind of machine this is. This is a FOF 1245, I think. Yeah. And it's an older one, but it's in great shape. So. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I like to sink my needle. Alright. Give a little back stitch here. Just have to go here. See how that looks. Alright, that's a good stitch. I'm going to give that a French stitch when I get done, but it looks good. I'll get the other side here. See what I mean by I got this little piece of table to work with. But we make do with what we got. Like. Alright, it looks good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I gotta sew this skirt onto that big part of the back of back of the seat there. So like I say, there's going to be so much material here you won't be able to see anything anyway. So, alright, let me get that and I'll show you when we're done. Alright, got the cover out here. We're going to test fit it, and I'm going to have to cut holes for these 3 pieces up top. And I think you got 3 in the back here. Going to have to cut that out. And also going to have to put a listing wire in here, and we got to see where we got to bend this over to make our sleeve. So we throw you up on a tripod and we'll try this thing out for size. You know, sometimes when you test fit and stuff like that, you know, there may be places you have to fill, you know, with some background and stuff, but that's what we're here for. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I reinforce all my French stitches. A lot of guys don't do that, you know, because it's a decorative stitch, but it also, not that there's going to be any stress right here, but, you know, it don't cost nothing. Alright, let's put this on and see what happens. Trying to get in the way. She's looking good, boys. Looking good. Go way over like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking it. Let's see, it looks like stretched out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Can't stretch this too much because I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to roll this for you a little bit. But the backs here are very flimsy, so you know you can't really stretch the material because the springs itself, you know. So it's looking good though. All right, let's flip it over. All right, we got it all measured out where we're going to cut our little reliefs there, and where we're going to make our little sleeves for the listing wire. So let's go inside and sew them and cut them in place. Alright, we're all ready to hog ring this in place and everything. We put the sleeves in here for the listing wire, and we cut out the notches for the mounting brackets, and even reinforced them there, so it's double layer there, so there won't be any chance of that ripping. So we'll put this up on a tripod, and we'll throw this thing on there and see how we're doing. All right, this should be it. We shouldn't have to take this off again. Turn this side out here. Probably going to see both sides at the same time, huh? Slide over down here. So maybe you can see down here. Roll this corner in. Roll this corner. Alright. There we go. Alright. See, now it's all floppy up front here. This is the top. Roll it down here like a big wave. Alright, I think that's good. This one's a lot lighter than the other one. Alright, let me get the listing wire and we'll stick that in. Alright, I'm going to put the listing wire in. I don't know how much it is you can see because the seat's like 4.5 foot long. And I can't put the camera back any further. I can't see me over here. It's okay, I can see you. I'm gonna put this on with a couple of hog rings, and then flip it over and float the seat out a little more. Alright, let me put a couple more on here and then pull that side over. Alright, I spun you around here, maybe you can see a little better. But I got four hog rings on each side. Now let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, looks good. Alright, this is the top here. Like I said, this is the back of the seat, and this is the top. So that looks good. Like I said, I don't have all the hog rings in yet. I don't even have the sides pulled in. They're just hanging there. I'm liking it. Alright, I'm going to finish putting all the hog rings in, and then I should be done. Alright. Alright, there we go. We're going to call this one done, and the lines line up good. From this angle it don't look like it, but because I'm standing off to the side. But once you get centered up and everything, front and back line up nice, so we're happy with that. Alright, yeah, this video was mostly for Mike because he wanted to see how things were going with this. So if you guys have hung in there with us, we appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Remember, we're not an upholsterer, we just play one on YouTube. Alright, enough of this.